Hi, this is Britt Hedlund, and this is Module 1. I am the Harper County Transition to Career Coordinator. I'll get to that in a little bit, but first, about me. The very best thing about me is that I get to be a mom to these three kids. Faith is a freshman at K State. Eli is a junior at Chaparral High School, and Ethan is an eighth grader at Chaparral Junior High School. I am an educator. I am a learner. I love to learn and I love to build relationships with students and people and staff and community. Um, I'm originally from Western Kansas. I started school at K State and then finished my degree at Northwestern Oklahoma State University quite a while ago. I'm in my sixth year at my current position. And before that, I taught at a small Christian school in Wichita. I have also been a special education teacher and taught at the Phoenix School for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing a long time ago. So the real question is, what do I do? I told you my title is the Transition to Career Coordinator, but what I am passionate about is helping students become aware of their skills and interests and expose them to ways that they can grow and be their very best. I work in two districts. I work at Chaparral High School, which is a 3A high school between Anthony and Harper. Um, and it has about 235 students. And I work at Attica High School, which is a 1A high school with about 50 students in it. I help expose students to careers through speakers, job shadows, internships, and events. I also help students learn and practice essential work skills through things like work-based learning and trainings that will set them apart as they transition from high school to either post-secondary school or on-the-job training, or if they want to go right into the workforce. I work closely with our community and employers and act as a liaison between the community, employers, and the districts. Some might say that my job is college and career readiness, but it is so much more than that. And I like to say that it is actually life readiness. So, communication. My stakeholders are students, teachers, employers, parents, community members, and I use a lot of different forms of communication depending on what I'm doing, but my main form would probably be email because while I love to communicate with my students, they are with their teachers a lot more than they are with me. My favorite form of communication, and my one of my better skills is face to face communication and just building those relationships in person. So when I meet with students, that's really what I like to do. But teachers, employers, and community members, they are best reached through email. They also use Facebook and see a lot of what we do on Facebook. Parents see a lot and look to Facebook for communication. I use our morning announcements to inform students and teachers of things going on. Sometimes I text students if I need to. They're much quicker to respond to that, but also I help them to learn that email is a job skill and try to help them learn how to effectively communicate through email. I do make flyers and use them on Facebook. I use Google Slides a little bit with Screencastify or Castify. I use Google Currents a little bit this semester with my interns, and I like to use Zello to do some career exploration and communication through Zello. All of these are free. I did pay for the upgrade on and Screencastify. And as far as forms of communication that I wish I had, I can't really think of any. Besides, I think it would be helpful to me to gain better skills in the effective use of graphics and just visuals on my flyers and in my Facebook posts. Statistically, when you see something, you remember it better. So I just would like to be more efficient at that. In districts our size, we don't have public relations people. So, we kind of have to do that ourselves. The articles that we read about introductions I thought were really interesting and thought provoking. Professionally, probably, both of these things will be a game changer for me. From now on, I want to be able to introduce myself in the professional setting that leaves people with the real knowledge of why I do what I do, not what I do, and hopefully, I am able to leave them, um, buying in to what we do at the Transition to Career program. And then as a building leader, I'm really excited to use this information because honestly, it fits right into my why, my personal why of why I want to be a building leader. Um, and if I believe that first impressions are huge, and so if I can just start out in a building leadership position with an introduction that leaves staff and students and parents just completely sure of the fact that I value them, I am transparent, I'm vulnerable, and I want them to know my why. And so if I can start out that way as a building leader, I feel like that just is puts me one step ahead. So our districts, neither district that I work at has a communication policy um, that I know of that I can find besides when it comes to the weather. So I don't use any policies for communication right now in my districts. This assignment correlates to the learning standard because it provided me the opportunity to practice effective communication using technology. It gave me the chance to use technology that I'm not really great using, and it helped me to think about the best way to communicate what I do, but more importantly, why I do it. It's extremely relevant to my learning because communication is important at my current job and really important as a building leader. I hope to improve my own communication strategies and skills and practice them while completing this program. And I'm excited to learn new ways to do so. This assignment helped me to understand the importance of introductions and made me think about how I would introduce myself the next time I am asked what I do. The better the community understands what I do, the more effective our school is, and the more buy in to our schools, our programs, and just more positive outlook on our school system. I enjoyed reading the articles a lot about how to introduce myself effectively. It made me think of the times I've been asked what I do and how ineffective I was with my answer. I have a problem thinking that nobody wants to hear me. So I usually just answer really quickly and don't say the things that I'm thinking in my head. But I want to work on that. And it made me think about how I would answer in the future and how I wish to have an answer that makes more of what I do my why and it's unforgettable to those who ask. I definitely feel like that'll make me a better educator and future leader because I look forward to the day that I get to introduce myself to staff and want to do it well. I believe this fits into part of why I want to be a building leader because it's my goal to be a transparent leader who values everyone in the building. So thank you for listening to me. I'm really looking forward to this class.